Excuse me, is this Alice? It's me, Skylar. I got this ID from someone who says they were your classmate during high school. I'm really in a hurry, so hurry up and respond, please.
Your name is Skylar Pierce?
Yes! It's me, your daughter!
What? My daughter?
I called today about child support. You haven't paid any since you divorced my dad, haven't you? I heard that you're making quite a lot of money now, so just pay it already.
What is this about?
You're gonna play dumb? I said the child support. I, your daughter, have the right to receive that money. Can you pay the tuition for my high school to start? Oh, and not in installments, but all at once, okay? The tuition's due soon and I don't have the money yet. You didn't tell us where you went after you divorced Dad, so I had to make do without any child support. It was really tough. Just pay the tuition for my high school, all right? I'll be receiving the rest later in one installment.
Could you please hold on for a moment? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm saying that you and my dad got divorced because you cheated on him, so you need to pay me child support. Shouldn't mothers be worried about their child's future?
Yes, but who are you? I only remember giving birth to our son.
Huh?
Judging by what you said earlier, you're in your final year of middle school, so 14 or 15, right? My son's still in his 4th year of elementary school. And I've never been divorced as well. Also, I've only been married for 12 years, so there's no way I could have a child in their final year of middle school.
What are you talking about? Who's my mother, then? I heard that my mother's name was Alice and that she went to the same university as my dad. I've got both the name and place of birth correct. I'm sure it was you.
Can you tell me your father's name?
Alexander Pierce.
Alexander Pierce. I see. My apologies, but I've never met someone named Alexander Pierce. Also, I graduated girls' college, so there's no way I went to the same university as your dad.
What?
Now, do you believe I'm not your mother? I know you must have done a lot of research to find this ID, but what you're saying is impossible. I'm sorry.
Oh, I understand. I'll check my research again. I'm sorry for bothering you.
Hey, Alice! To think that you would turn away your daughter like that! What are you thinking?
Huh?
The reason we got divorced is because you cheated! So hurry up and pay the child support!
Is this Alexander Pierce, the father of the girl who contacted me a few days ago?
Yup, your ex-husband!
Huh?
Don't tell me you forgot. You got pregnant in the 4th year of university and gave birth to my daughter, Skylar! I believed it when you said that we would get married, but would only start living together after we graduated college. So I decided to marry you, quit college, and raise Skylar with my mom. But then you turned in our divorce papers and suddenly disappeared on the day of the graduation ceremony. I even heard rumors of another guy. Do you still think that you can just pretend it didn't happen after all that?
Are you talking about...
What?
I think you're talking about a different Alice.
Huh?
The other Alice was a classmate from high school. During college, she would take advantage of the fact that we had the same name, age, and birthplace to pretend she was me, and go out with multiple guys at once.
Huh?
While she was doing this, I was studying abroad, and my parents were the ones who took care of the trouble she caused. We never met again after that, but it could be that it was during that time that...
Where's this other Alice?
I heard from someone that she became mentally ill and is now basically hospitalized permanently.
What?
Anyways, it looks like you have the wrong Alice. I don't have any more information to give you, so I'm sorry, but you'll have to manage on your own from here. Goodbye.
I understand now. At this point, I don't mind if it's you.
Huh?
You're some sort of handmade artist that makes a lot of money, right? I was only able to find you in the first place because I heard about you from somewhere.
What now? If you know, you've got the wrong person then.
Skylar probably told you already, but we don't have the money to pay the tuition for her high school. Just be kind and pay for her child-rearing expenses, alright? Of course that includes college tuition.
What are you talking about?
Oh, and I want you to give her an allowance of at least $300 per month.
Please stop. Just because I have the same name as your ex-wife doesn't mean I need to give you any money.
I know! I'll just have you marry me!
Huh?
You see, I work at an employment agency and only earn $900 per month. It's good that you make a lot of money. Marry me and share some of it, will you?
Stop being ridiculous. Goodbye.
Miss Johnson, run!
What?
If you can't run, then lock yourself in your house and don't leave.
Skylar, what's wrong?
My dad's coming for you.
Huh?
He's been acting strange lately. I overheard him and grandmother talking about what to do. Please, be careful you don't run into him. Call the police if you have to.
Thanks, I got it. But I'm fine.
Huh?
It's not like I didn't expect something like this to happen. I've already taken precautions, so I should be fine.
Hey, Alice! Come out of there! I brought the marriage papers, so come out and sign them! This house is going to be our love nest from today. That's some nice place you live in. Handmade artists made this much money, huh?
Are you this creepy normally, or...?
Huh?
This house is my husband's.
What husband?
Didn't Skylar tell you? I'm married.
What?
I also have a child.
What did you say? Then hurry up and divorce and marry me! Me and Skylar need the money!
My husband says he wants to talk to you.
Fine, I'll talk to him. I don't know what he intends on doing, but there's no way he's beating me in a fight. To think that... There's no way. Your husband was the CEO of the employment agency I work at.
I heard from my husband, but it seems that on top of being useless at work, you also have a terrible attitude and get tons of complaints. You were told that one more mistake and you'd be fired, right?
Yes. That's why I panicked and came all this way, so that you could marry me and support me and Skylar. To think that the CEO would appear and tell me I was fired. Why? Why is my luck so bad?
I guess it was a coincidence my husband was the CEO of the company you worked at. But you would have messed up eventually anyways. Why not try and crawl your way up from the bottom and fix your life?
I know. I'll just make Skylar quit high school and get a job. Why didn't I think of this sooner? I gotta go and tell her right now. Skylar isn't here! All that stuff's gone as well. Where'd she go? Do you know anything about this?
How should I know? I've never even met her.
Anything's fine.
I said I don't know anything.
But we'll earn money now. Seriously, where did she go? I'm begging you! Ask your husband to let me work at the company again.
That's impossible.
Why? You're the CEO's wife, right? Shouldn't it be easy for you?
I'm in no position to make business decisions for him, so I can't.
I'm begging you, just do something about this!
That's impossible.
Please! I'll become homeless at this rate!
I'll call the police.
Stop being so mean and just help me, please!
Skylar has had trouble with her father's erratic behavior before and would often ask her grandmother for advice. Apparently, her and her grandmother were planning on running away when she graduated middle school, relying on the help of an acquaintance who lives far away. She didn't tell her father where she would be going, of course. Her grandmother's acquaintance paid the tuition for the high school, so they're fine for now. Alexander Pierce, on the other hand, we couldn't just leave him sitting on the front of our house, so we had the police take him away. After that, he was dragged away by some other relatives, and now works as a construction worker. Now he works like a dog all day just so he's able to pay Skylar's child support.
Bob, can I tell you something? Is something wrong? I'm almost done with work, so if it's not urgent, you can tell me about it after I get home. I'd really like to talk to you directly after I get home, but I just can't wait. If you say something like that, I can't wait either. What the hell happened? I've been thinking for a while now that maybe... I just went to the OBGYN after work. I'm pregnant. Seriously? We're having a baby? That's right. Our longed-for baby. We're going to be parents, huh? I'm so glad we didn't give up infertility treatments. Janet, honestly, it must have been hard for you. All I could do was support you. Thank you so much for hanging in there. That's not true. When I wasn't feeling well, you did all the housework and everything. You really helped me out. Let's continue to help with each other from now on. Well, first, we have to have a healthy baby. Yeah, I know. I'll try not to burden you as much as possible so that you can have a healthy baby. Thank you. Janet, have you notified your parents yet? No way. Of course I wanted to tell you before anyone else. I'm not home yet either. I'm calling you as soon as I left the hospital. I see. Besides, I don't want to tell my parents yet. Of course, I don't want anything bad to happen to the baby, but until I'm in the stable period, I don't want to tell my parents or your parents. I'd like to tell my parents and your parents once the baby is in the stable period. Is that okay? Yeah, okay. I don't know this kind of thing. I respect your feelings. I appreciate you saying that. It's been almost 5 years since we started trying having a baby, right? To be honest, I was thinking it might not work. When the obstetrician said, "You're pregnant, congratulations," I couldn't help but cry. I'm also glad that now Susan won't pester me asking if we're going to have kids yet. I'm really sorry for making you feel bad. Every time I see my mom, I tell her, "Don't pressure us like that. It's the life we've chosen with or without kids." And she says, yes, I understand. But she doesn't get it at all. Well, it can't be helped. You are an only child. I understand your mother's desire to have a grandchild. But she's too insensitive. Old people are like that. Forgive me. Don't worry about it. I'm pregnant. Susan doesn't seem to like me. I hope the pregnancy will improve our relationship a little. She's the one who gave birth to you, so I want to get along with her. Thank you, Janet. But she has quirks, so don't try too hard. Got it. We have to start thinking about the move, the baby's name, and all the other stuff. Bob, you're getting ahead of yourself. But I agree with moving out. We're living in the same apartment since you were single. It's too small to raise a child there. I'd like to buy an apartment or a house. Let's look around and see what's available. Yeah, let's do that. I can't focus on work today since I heard this news. I'm getting ready to leave the office and go home. Is it okay to eat cake when you are pregnant? Yeah, I guess I'll have to restrain myself as I gain weight. But for now, it should be fine. Good. I'm going to buy a cake from your favorite store. Let's celebrate. Thank you. I just got home a little while ago. I'll make your favorite dish with ingredients we have at home. Yay! I'll go shopping and I'll be home in about an hour. Okay, I'll see you then. Congratulations again, Janet. When you told me the day before yesterday that you were pregnant, I was really surprised. I asked you the other day if you were going to have a baby yet. Why didn't you tell me that you were pregnant? I was the only one who didn't know. I'm sorry, Susan, that I didn't tell you yet. But you were not the only one. We decided not to tell anyone until we were in the stable period. We decided that we wouldn't tell anyone, not our friends, not the people at work. I didn't tell my parents either. Well, it's so sad that you treated me like your friends and colleagues. I've been so worried about you guys for so long. And yet, you're so cold. I appreciate your concern. I was having morning sickness and all. I was afraid to tell you because I didn't know what would happen. I'm sorry I made you feel bad. Oh, well, I'll let bygones be bygones this time. Thank you very much. Not to change the subject, but I thought a pregnant woman needs to be nourished. I sent you all sorts of groceries yesterday. Have you received them yet? I just got home from work and was preparing dinner. Then I received the package. I just put them in the fridge. I should be the one to call you. I'm sorry for that. I was just about to call you, though. Oh, really? Well, that's okay. It's from a store known for fresh fish. It's really delicious. I wanted you to try it too. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm afraid I can't eat raw fish right now. So I will eat vegetables and processed foods. Bob will have the fish. I bought it because I wanted you to eat it. You're saying you can't eat what I bought? I didn't mean it, but you know that raw food is not good. Of course. Maybe you think I'm harassing you? No. The fish is really fresh, so it's safe for pregnant women to eat. I'm sure of it. I really appreciate your gesture, but I'm not feeling too well right now, so please let me pass this time. Huh? You're a pregnant woman right now. Isn't taking care of your health the most important thing you should be doing right now? You still work all the time. I take days off from work when I'm not feeling well. I try to take care of myself, but I'm still having morning sickness. It depends on the day, but when I'm not feeling well, I don't have much of an appetite in the morning. So I don't want to eat any raw food, just in case. I'm worried about my unborn grandchild if you're like that now. It's my first grandchild, so I need you to be healthy. I'm sure the morning sickness will settle down soon, so don't worry. The doctor says my baby's growing well. Is that so? That's good, but I just thought of something. I've got an idea. I'm going to make lots of food that you can eat even if you have morning sickness. I'll invite you to dinner. Come to my house next weekend. I've had morning sickness myself, so I know exactly how you feel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your concern. But when I'm not feeling well, I really don't have much of an appetite. I might end up leaving most of the food. I don't mind it at all. I want to do something for you, Janet. I hope you understand me. Thank you. Well then, I'll visit you this weekend. That's the way it should be. I'm really looking forward to it. Since Bob got married and left home, I've rarely cooked for anyone other than my husband. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the weekend. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it too. Thank you so much for today, Susan. You really made a lot of treats, and they were all really delicious. I wanted to eat them all, but I wasn't feeling well. I'm sorry that I left some of it. I thought you didn't like it. You were feeding Bob so much. I was watching you. Maybe I'm worrying too much. It's my first baby, so I try not to eat raw food, just to be safe. I'm sorry if I made you feel bad. I really appreciate your kindness. Oh, yes. I was really looking forward to it. It's just so unpleasant that you left that much food. Oh, no. Do as you please. But if you give birth to a baby with a poor appetite, I won't forgive you. I'll do everything I can to make sure I give birth to a healthy baby. I'm really, really sorry about today. Janet, what the hell happened while I was in the bathroom? I heard my mother crying and rushed out of the bathroom. You threw the fruit basket that Mom gave us into the trash. And you said something incomprehensible like, "Thank God." I was about to ask you what was going on, but she ran out. I ran after her and I'm listening to what she's saying. She still won't stop crying, and she just insists that it's your fault. After what you did, of course, she's crying. I also think it's your fault. She is your mother too. She's been sending us food and inviting us to dinner. She's been so good to us. She brought us a fruit basket as a baby shower gift. Why did you throw it in the trash? You should call her and apologize to my sweet mom right now. Why should I apologize? Huh? Janet, are you serious? Actually, don't be surprised. I just want you to hear this. Your mother tried to take my son away from me. Tried to take away? What do you mean? She pointed to the fruit she brought me. She said, "I want some too. Could you peel it for me?" I'll watch him. I went to the kitchen to peel it. I felt someone moving and turned around, and neither Susan nor my son were there. I ran out of the room and saw her heading for the door with my son in her arms. I rushed to bring him back and ask her, "What are you doing?" She said, "We will raise our grandchild. I feel sorry for my grandchild if he was raised by you. You're no longer of any use to us, so you and my son need to get a divorce." So I got mad and threw the fruit basket in the trash, and by saved, I mean my son. I can't believe she would do such a thing. I don't think you are lying, but to be honest, I'm confused. You didn't seem to notice, so I kept quiet until now. She tried to make me eat raw food, which they say is not good for pregnant women. Even when she invited us, there were so many raw foods, like raw fish, raw ham, raw egg, and so on. Don't you remember? Well, that's true. So I told her in advance that there were many things I couldn't eat. I didn't eat any of the raw food, so you ate it for me. Instead, I ate everything else with relish. She was really sarcastic about it. I wanted to get along with her if I could, but she hates me so much. I couldn't take it anymore. She almost took my son away from me and told me to divorce you. I don't want to get along with her anymore. To tell you the truth, I don't want to see her again. Janet, I'm really sorry. I didn't notice anything. On top of that, I told you to apologize to her. I just asked my mom about it and she said it's true. It's her first grandchild and she really wanted to raise him. She decided to bring him home today. She said she thought I could join them later. Now you know. I'm frustrated. I said I'd protect you, but I haven't done anything. Please forgive me. I'm going to change. Bob, that's enough. I know you didn't mean to hurt me. Besides, now that I think about it, once I realized that she might be harassing me, I probably should have talked to you about it. I'll never let my mom near you or my son again. I promise this will never happen again. Yeah, thanks. Good evening, Susan. Janet, I've been meaning to call you too. Thank you for calling me. Maybe you've forgiven me? Yesterday, Bob got really mad at me. He told me that he would never let me see you or my grandson again. It was just an impulse. I'm sorry. So you'll let me see my grandson from now on, right? Ah, of course I want to see you too. I can tell right away that you don't mean it. You are not a good liar, aren't you? I'm not lying. I mean it with all my heart. Even if you weren't lying, I would never forgive you. You tried to take away my son, whom I gave birth to with all my heart. You told me to divorce Bob. How can I forgive such a person? That's... I contacted you today to say goodbye. Huh? Goodbye? Wait a minute. Don't say that out of the blue. To be honest, I'm still mad. I thought about just blocking you, but thanks to you giving birth to Bob, I was able to meet him and even have a child with him. Before I block you, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for giving birth to Bob. You don't need to thank me, and don't block me. Let's get along from now on. I'll help you with my grandchild and everything. I can't get along with you. I'd rather you not have anything to do with my son. I've already said thank you, so I'll block you. Goodbye. Oh no, wait a minute. Janet, I'm coming to see you now. I'll apologize or whatever. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Janet? I blocked Susan. My father-in-law heard about the numerous harassments she had done to me, and the fact that she tried to take our son away from us. He left the house and wants to live separately for a while. I guess it's only a matter of time before my mother-in-law gets divorced. Bob, too, can't forgive her for what she did. He says he will cut all ties with her. I feel a little sorry for him, but I want to think about my husband and son first. I can't help it. My son has received a lot of love from my father-in-law and my parents. I think he is happy. I live in the new house that we moved into when I was pregnant, and our family of 3 is getting along very well. I love my parents and my father-in-law very much. They often visit us. If something happened to them, I would like to take care of them.